Okay, all right. Okay, all right, yeah. So now we are at the number five. Okay, the number five item, and we talk about competition. And I think from the last lesson, some of you guys mentioned about this, right? Yeah, if we are able to create more competition in the economy, what do you think will happen? Come on, people, answer this question. So here the fifth item is about competition policy, and what can you say about it? If we can create more competition. Okay, thank you, Sophie. All right, yeah, thank you, Elita. All right, so more firms will be stimulated to produce more to keep up, the competitiveness high. All right, yeah, that's very good. So they are trying to make things cheaper, okay, to make things more efficiently. Firms will have to be more efficient, yeah, to survive. Yeah, exactly. The price closer to market price. Well, or you are even trying to lower the market price because of the competition, right? Not only you are trying to make it efficient so that it will get back to the equilibrium, but you are trying to lower that equilibrium, right? Because you want to keep up with the competitiveness. And from Ryan, higher quality of products, lower prices, and more efficiency. Yeah, so that basically sums up what it will bring us. Okay, price will be driven down. Well, that's true. Innovation, yeah, to keep up with the competition. That's very good. Okay, and that's why we put it here. Okay, so we are trying to encourage companies to become more competitive. All right, and that's why as a government we can make some regulations or legislations to prevent the existence of monopolies. Okay, yeah, because for those merits that we have mentioned in the chat, so they are very good. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard about this company, De Beers, right? Yeah, the diamond company. Yeah, they were used to be. Yeah, you guys heard about that, right? Yeah, that monopoly. They used to be a monopoly, but not so much right now. Yeah, I mean they used to own 80% of the diamond mines. Yeah, across different countries. Okay, so yeah, whenever you were buying diamond, you were basically buying from De Beers, and that's why that company they try to set the prices of diamonds at a very high level because you have no choice but to get it from them. Okay, and at the same time they always restrict the supply of the diamonds, right? And that's how you create a higher price because it becomes more scarce. But at the end, the reality is it's not really that scarce. Okay, it's not really that scarce. You have plenty of reserves in this world for diamond actually. Okay, so the entire thing. Yeah, I mean the entire thing about the value of diamond. Okay, it's more like a scam. All right, yeah, people they always say, all right, diamond is a very rare natural stone, but that's not true at all. Okay, if you really look into that, you will find quite a lot of reserves. Okay, diamond reserves in different places, and they are not even near depleted. Okay, they are not even near depleted. Okay, all right, and it's just the people, the monopolies, they control the supply, and at the end they set up a higher price, try to give you like a smoke screen. Okay, to show okay diamond is rare, right? But at the end it's not really. Okay, yeah. All right, so here we have some comments. Right. Yeah. Diamond at the end is just carbon. Wait, have you guys watched that video? I think there were some videos on YouTube. They were talking about how to make diamonds. Yeah, something like that. And at the end, you can make diamond out of some very cheap carbon, okay? Because that's what they are. And oh, from another comment. Oh, sorry. Implied meaning. Okay. Right. Well, Ryan. I don't know if you have heard about the story of the beers from last year. The beers, they had some very good marketing skills. Yeah, it sounded like a beer company, but is not. They had some very good advertisements for their diamonds. They talk about the 2 months rule. Have you guys heard about the 2 months rule? Yeah, they promoted that, the 2 months rule. Have you guys heard about that? Yeah, so basically, they were promoting, uh, love should be eternal. Okay, just like a diamond, and you should buy one to your loved one. That shows how much love you are showing, to your, you know, well, no, that 2 months thing is not about the love that you have towards the lady or the man that you love. No, that 2 month rule is for the salary that you are going to pay for the diamond ring. Okay, in order to show the love that you have um, towards that lovely lady, you are going to spend at least 2 months of your salary for that diamond ring. So that's the kind of 2 month rule that they have set up, and at the end it became like a 3 month rule. But it became like a trend, and that's why from now, from there onwards, people, whenever they were having a proposal, they did use diamond ring because of the promotion strategies that the beers they had in the past. So those were some very powerful marketing activities that they did because it affected the entire world. How people they behave whenever they were having a proposal, right? Yeah, because when you're having proposal, definitely you're gonna just pull out that diamond ring, that very big diamond ring, and show the amount of love that you have towards that lucky lady. But yeah, it's just a marketing tool. All right, yeah. If you really look into that, it's an interesting story. If you are interested, well, since you guys are not very well, I thought Mr. Bin showed you a video like before, yeah, about the beers. Well, let me. Well, since we have some time, yeah, today, yeah, let's take it easy, and well, I'm gonna find the the video for you guys. Just give me a second. Oh, here, got it. Yeah, I mean, why don't you just spend some time here? Okay, yeah, take a look of this clip. So, any comments about the beer? What do you think? After knowing the fact that this is the true color of where the diamond rings, the idea of diamond rings come from. Yeah, so yeah, when you are making a proposal, yeah, you maybe want to do something else, okay? Because yeah, even the boss of the beer, at the beers, he said that, yeah, is intrinsically worthless, right? Yeah, well, not really. They didn't really create. Well, yeah, well, true. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I watched. I mean, I read the wrong word. Yeah, true, Clement. That's really true. They just created the man out of thin air, out of nothing. Yeah, but you cannot, but you cannot admit how smart that idea was. That was a very smart idea that they had. Yep. Well, that's so true. Yeah, that's so true. When you become a monopoly, so what? Yeah. What if I tell you the truth? You're still gonna buy it, right? Yeah. If you're not buying the diamond ring, yeah, looks what will happen to your proposal. It's gonna be a mess, right? So yeah, such a sad life, right? Sad world. But you know what? If you are able to come up with an idea just like this, you will become a very rich person. You just have to create your own demand. All right? Yeah. When you're selling things, you are not trying to sell, about the merits of that good. You are trying to create that demand for your potential consumers. So that's how you sell a good. Okay, if you keep telling people how good that thing is, it would never work. Okay, it will never work. All right, it's only working when you are able to tell people they need that stuff. So that's how you are able to become a good salesman. All right. Yeah. Well, even though this is not really related to economics, but yeah, is is a good idea, right? Yeah. So guys, so competition you see here, when the government they're able to prevent businesses becoming monopolies, they can actually boost up the output of the economy. All right, because with more competition, more people they will get inside the market. Okay, there'll be more output. The price is gonna get lower. The consumers they're gonna consume more. Demand is gonna get higher. Things gonna be good. All right, and the quality is gonna be better. So nice. Okay, and that is the reason why so many governments around the world they would say monopolies are illegal. Okay, so there are rules, there are laws and legislation saying that if you become a monopoly, it's illegal, and we will not allow that to happen. All right, so there are different laws to prevent the creation of monopolies. Okay, yeah, something like that. Yeah, something that is part of it. Yeah, the yeah, Ryan, from what you are saying here, 反垄斷條例, right? Yeah, the concept is very similar. The concept is very similar. We're trying to create more competition, okay, so that there will be more efficiency, so that there will be more output. Okay, all right. Yeah, so there you go. Yeah, one very interesting point. Okay, inside supply side policy. Um, and and also when you look at number 6, okay, the sixth point, all right, if you are using supply side policy, you can also encourage the idea of privatization. Well, it's very similar. Okay, the idea is very similar, and I'm pretty sure you all know how this is going to help increase the supply side. Okay, because privatization, firms that become more efficient, right? So they would cut cost. Okay, they improve quality. Okay, so well, true, yeah. I mean, yeah, this is one big contradiction you can see. Um, but in terms of efficiency, that that's correct. Okay, that I mean that really helps. Maybe not really, but that helps. Okay, so you can tell when the government they are trying to improve the market's efficiency, they can do it by increasing the competition, or they can do it by privatizing the market. Okay, but they are not. They can they can be two individual items. So when you are privatizing a business, they can be a monopoly at the same time. All right, based on the two examples that you see here, Lingjin and also MTR. It is. Yeah, there is still a particular level of percentage that MTR is owned by the government. Okay, so it's not fully privatized. Okay, all right. Yeah, so if you're interested, you can go online and try to look at the percentage of the shares that MTR has, and also the shares that the government has. Yeah, it's quite interesting. Okay, So yeah, but talk about efficiency after privatization. I think you can also argue, yeah, if that is going to work, the effectiveness of it, right? When you look at MTR, it's like every year, okay, increasing the price using that very stupid system that they have, and at the same time, look at the quality. Like every week when you are taking MTR, something is wrong with the signaling system or whatever that is. That there's a dent on the railway. Yeah, I mean, when you look at the reality, it may not be the case. Okay, all right. So when you are talking about supply side policy, there's one very big disadvantage that we always talk about. Is that there's no guarantee. Okay, there's no guarantee of the success when you're using supply side policy, because you are only encouraging the potential of the output within the economy. All right, there's no such thing as a promise or a guarantee that output will be increased because of what you have been doing here using the items that we have learned. All right. Um, yeah. It's not too bad. Yeah, MTR, I guess. Right. With more rail, uh, with more lines that they are building, like in the near future, it's pretty good. Okay, but people they started to over rely on MTR, and at the end it creates a sense of monopoly for MTR, and that's why and this is not how it should work. Yeah, because yeah, monopoly at the end it will create inefficiency. So yeah, it's not very good actually. Um, Yeah, but hey guys, but do you realize something that they did when you are waiting for another train? Uh, they would always say, "Okay, the train is coming." Okay, but they did it like 2 minutes earlier. They gave you that signal 2 minutes earlier. Did you realize that? Like this is what they started to do recently. I think, yeah. Do you realize that? It's like 2 minutes before the train really comes. They show you the signal. Okay, the train is coming, but it's really not. Okay, you still have to wait for another 2 minutes before it's really coming. It, did you observe that? Well, I don't know. It happens even during the peak hour. So they were trying to give you a smoke screen, okay, so that it's just another business skill that we can see in the real life, when they are trying to give you a sense of comfort, okay, yeah, because when you see alright it's coming, so you feel like okay, yeah, it's pretty fast. Okay, the train, yeah, like every other train is gonna be there very soon, but the reality is not. They're just giving you a lie. All right. So oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, right. Okay. About that website. Well, I don't go to Lindang anymore. It was like 10 years ago. I would still go there, but now no, I don't surf on those. Yeah, I know. All right. Yeah, you can call whatever you want. All right. Yeah, but it's such a bad thing to go to Lindang. It's not good for your mental health. Okay. So I suggest you don't browse on that website too often. Okay, it's not good for your mental health. Okay, all right, yeah. Anyway, privatization. There you go. And well, you can go ahead and take a look of the other item here. Okay, so if you want to increase the output, you can also deregulate some unnecessary laws and legislations. So if you have to deregulate some laws and regulations, what kind of laws and regulations would you deregulate in order to create higher output? What do you think? If you are the government and you are using a supply side policy, especially a deregulation, trying to increase the output, so what kind of law would you deregulate? Oh, okay, license and qualification. Yeah, that's so true, right? If it is easier to get into the market, which means that the barrier of entry is getting less, right? It's getting lower. Yeah, you can get back to the market structure part, right? We talk about the barriers of entry. That helps. That helps more firms to be set up, and at the end, you see more output. Anything else that you think the government can deregulate in order to create higher output? Anything? Anything else? Come on. It's more like an open question. Yeah, there's no absolute answer for this one. You just have to work your way out. Okay, so if you are the government, what would you do? Besides reducing the requirement for the license or the qualifications, what else would you do? Douglas, can you? Oh, okay. Wow, that's gonna be more than just macroeconomics. Yeah, because if you are not, if you don't know what embargo is, it's basically a total ban on international trade. All right, so it's just like U.S. They are imposing, well, they have been imposing embargo to Cuba for so many years. So there will be no trade between the two countries, and they are restricting the goods and services that Cuba can buy from the outside world. So that's embargo, and you can imagine if some country they are imposing embargo to some other countries, the economic activities will be less for sure. Okay, all right, yeah, trading regulation, yeah, for sure. That's very good. Good point. Yeah, but that is more like international economics uh, perspective, I would say. Okay. Okay. Legalizing weed. Uh, so are you saying we should deregulate the legislation for selling weed? Well, true. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Why not? Okay. And that is why you can see, in Canada. So now they have lowered the regulation for selling weed. Okay, so that is also boosting the supply, the output of different goods and services, especially weed. Okay, that's true. Extraction of raw material. Okay, let people use the reserves. Yeah, yeah, that's also true. That's also very true, right? Yeah, you try to deregulate, uh, you know, the production process when people they're extracting raw materials or when they are operating a factory, things like that, so that they can increase the output. But you can see some trade-off from there, okay? Because what is the very first reason why they had to set up such rules? Is because they want to protect the environment. But when you are doing the opposite way, yeah, so you can tell the environment um, will be damaged. Okay, right? Yeah. Uh, right. So I think you guys got some very good points. And here I'm just gonna show you some other points that you can talk about. All right. Yeah, like shop opening hour. Yeah, I mean in some countries, they do have legislation on the shop opening hours, like in Australia. Okay, in Australia, well, maybe you are not aware of this. Okay, but in some countries, shops they usually close at 5. Okay, yeah, it sounds very crazy, right? Yeah, what kind of shops will close at 5? But in some countries, shops they do close very early. Okay, and when you are studying in those countries, and if you are not getting used to it, you will be suffering because you just cannot accept the fact that shops they just close very early. Okay, yeah, but if you can loosen up that regulation so that the shops can open for longer hours. So there should be more businesses, more output, right? Human right? most businesses are family based, so they close early to eat dinner. Yeah, yeah. Is about, yeah, that's so true. That's so true. Work life balance, okay? Because uh, we have the right to not be exploited, okay, by either any kind of organizations or businesses. And in the Western society, they really care about this. Okay, well, I don't know if you heard about union rule. Yeah, union rule. Usually you will see that in many Western countries, where every day there's a limit of hours that people they can work. So like 8 hours. So once you have passed that 8 hours, no, you have to stop working. You cannot work anymore. All right, you don't work after that 8 hours. You need to sleep. Okay, so that's what they have. All right, but in Hong Kong, I don't think so. Okay, I don't think so. Well, yeah, we all work like a dog. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. All right, even uh, okay, all right, yeah. But you can tell if those countries they deregulate, the regulations that I just mentioned, there will be there will be definitely more output. Okay, if you work 10 hours instead of 8 hours, if you work 16 hours instead of 10 hours, right? Yeah, who cares about human rights when you are able to have more output? So, well, I'm just saying. Okay, no, not really. You always see trade-off, guys. So this is what we always learn from economics. Uh, there's no such thing as like perfect society, and you always have an opportunity cost uh, among different objectives, and you just need to pick a side. Okay, you cannot be very greedy, saying, okay, I want to have like very good economic growth. At the same time, I want to have like human rights, and the social freedom that I deserve, and also my economic freedom and respect that I should have. It's very difficult. Okay, it's very difficult. Right? Yeah, you just need to strike a balance. Okay, yeah, as always, you just need to find your balance. Okay, all right, and different people they have a different definition on what balance is. Okay, all right, so I wouldn't say some people they're wrong or some people they're right, because it's a very subjective concept. All right, yeah, but about deregulation, yeah, I think you all get the idea of deregulation. So if you are able to cancel some very redundant policies, some administration procedures, definitely you will help increase the efficiency. And yeah. And you guys talk about the licensing. That's very good. And you can cancel the licensing for some industries or for some occupations. You are creating more opportunities for the businesses, for the employees. Okay, so yeah, so there you go. Wait, what is this YouTube? Well, I'm gonna watch that later. All right, so let me finish this first. Okay, so yeah. So basically, those are the 7 items that you can use for supply side policies. Okay, and well, you can find the merits from those items. All right, but at the end, you will always have to evaluate. Okay, you will always have to show some disadvantages when you are using supply side policies, and these 4 disadvantages they always work. Okay, you always need to remember these 4 disadvantages whenever you are talking about supply side policy. Okay, because you look at the first one. Some of them they might take a long time to have effect. But can you tell me, out of those 7 items, which one will take very long time to have effect? Well, if you forgot, and I'm just gonna show you again the list. Okay, so here's the list. Which one do you think? Or which ones do you think? Yeah, they need a very long time to see the benefits, to see the effect. investment on education and training. Okay, yeah, you see here, right? Yeah, so the disadvantages that we are looking at, they are applying into different items. So you just need to find a connection. Okay. Oh yeah. Well, I'll go back for sure because I'm just going back and forth to find connections for you guys. Okay. So for the first item here, well, but when you are talking about it takes a long time to have effect, it may be applying to some other things as well. Okay. Maybe privatization also takes time to see the effect, right? Just because you have started privatization doesn't mean that the effect will be happening right away. No, it's not. Okay? Yeah. So it takes some time. Even for the deregulation, it takes some time, but not as much as when you are investing on education, training, and technology. So this is what I'm going to say. All right. So there you go. And it's very costly. Okay. But what are the items that you think are the most costly? The most costly items. What do you think, guys? Out of those 7 items, the most costly items. What about you? Oh, okay. Well, here we will focus on spending. Okay, we focus on spending. So we will only look at the items that you spend. Right. Yeah. So there you go. Yeah. Ashley, Alita. Yeah. So I would say I would definitely say subsidies that cost a lot of money for the government, and if you try to spend on education, training, and technology for the businesses, for the firms, it would cost quite a lot of money. All right. So there you go. So that's the second point. Okay. And what about the third one? What could be the items that will widen up the distribution of income? From what you are seeing here, what could be the item, yeah, that will widen up the distribution of income? Well, labor market reform for sure. Anything else? Yeah, I think so, Douglas. Yeah, Ryan. Yeah, privatization. Yeah, that could be one of the main reasons when people they see a very high income inequality. Okay, because people when they are getting privatized, okay, they always focus on profit maximization, and they try to make things more efficient. So when you see something is redundant, you will just get rid of it. Okay, so you will cut costs, just fire redundant workers, etc., etc. Yeah, competition policies. Um, oh, about that. Yeah. I would say I wouldn't use it. I wouldn't use it because it's arguable. Yeah, it's arguable even without competition policy. Even when you look at the monopolies, you will also find like worker exploitation inside a monopoly. Yeah, because they exploit the labor and everything. Um, yeah, right. Yeah, but good prices will also be lower. So when they're more able to when they become more efficient, when they become more efficient based on the competition policy, maybe it's good for the workers. Yeah, because things become more efficient, and the businesses they earn more potential revenue and profit. So at the end, they can spend more back to their workers. So there are, yeah, there could be arguments. Well, the reason why the price is getting lower is because of the higher efficiency. Okay, and because of the higher efficiency, the businesses they are more able to lower the price for their goods, but they have already earned the benefits within the increase in efficiency and productivity, and yeah, so you also need to consider that as well. So it's not just okay. You don't just look at the drawback when you are lowering the price, because when you're lowering the price, it's not because your goods are not attractive. Okay, it's just because your production process becoming more efficient, productive, and that's why you can lower it a little bit to attract more consumers to buy your goods, and at the end, possibly you will get more revenue and profits. So that's the way it is. Okay, yeah. Well, but yeah, like I said, I think there will be some arguments when we are talking about this. So it could be a very good question um, for your 8 markers. Okay, right. So there you go. And for the fourth one here, I think this is one of the most important disadvantages that we can see from the supply side policies, because you just need to think about it. Supply side policies will focus on supply. How do we increase the supply in order to increase the potential output? Okay? But what if the supply is going up and there's no demand? Do you get it? Okay? When you look at the economic situation, when you're trying to increase the supply, but there's not enough demand, it won't work. Yeah, you see the idea here? So supply side policy is more like encouraging uh, a better business environment. Yeah, so this is what I would say. A supply side policy is just trying to encourage a better business environment. But at the end, it's up to so many other factors. Yeah, when you are trying to look at whether or not supply side policy will provide a successful outcome in an economy. Okay, yeah, because if people they are not confident about spending, if people they are not confident or they are not certain about the future, they will not spend, they will not invest. So it doesn't really matter how much supply that you are trying to boost up. It doesn't change. It doesn't change the very bad confidence and the certainty that different people have. Okay. Yeah, and at the end, you may find yourself in a surplus position, but this time the surplus is not within a good or market. The surplus is within the entire economy, and which is bad, which is a really bad thing. Okay, when you have so much supply but no demand, so what will happen to those surpluses? Okay, yeah, it's gonna be bad, right? People will be out of jobs. Yeah, there'll be a lack of economic growth. Economy is going down. Okay, all right. So that's um. Well, yeah. So and that's why we need some adjustment. Whenever we are dealing with different economic situation. Yeah, just like COVID. COVID is a very good example. Okay, and yeah, so when you are applying these theories into the real case scenarios, you can see more. Okay, all right. So yeah, so and that's basically about it. Yeah, right. Okay, guys. Yeah, so that's all for supply side policies. So many items, but those items I think they are very understandable. And you know, once you get the idea, all those items, the objectives of all those items, they are trying to increase the output in an economy. So that's why you come up with these tools in order to accomplish what supply side policies are trying to achieve. Okay, all right. So far, any questions?